we've got the first two young birds. They're happy, they've been flying around, and the 9 young birds from Charlie are all out and flapping about. We've got another couple coming from Charlie at the weekend to add to these, and then the birds from Dave will be a couple of weeks after that, so we'll have a fair few in the team. I've put this little ramp hop up for them outside the aviary because some of the younger ones struggle a little bit to land and then get back up, so they drop onto that and then onto the floor, and that seems to work quite well for them. So another thing I've done is I bought 2 drinkers, and I take one out and leave it out, give it a clean, leave it out to dry, and then I put some apple cider vinegar. It's something that a lot of people do. I used to do it with the chickens when we kept chickens, so I think it's something like it's 10 ml per litre of apple cider vinegar, and that's just to hopefully keep the worms off them. I'm not sure how long I need to do that for, but they're still quite young and not had any real treatment, so at some point I'm going to treat them for everything. I've got some Harkers 4-in-1, but you can't use that until they're 8 weeks old, so. So the plan today is I'm going to sort this floor out. The problem I've got is this is OSB board, and if you try and scrape it you end up picking up the flakes of timber out of that are glued together. It slowly lifts up, and I knew it wasn't ideal when I did it, but it was I had it to hand. I could cover it in plywood and continue to scrape, but a lot of people say scraping isn't a great thing to do with young birds, so now that they're starting to use the perches a little bit more, they're still in the corner with the straw, but more of them are getting on the perches. I'm going to put some loft white down and some easy bed, so that's today's job. I'm going to get some of that and see how they like it. I think it'll make it feel a bit warmer in here because it does feel a bit cold. You're still getting fully, aren't you? It's because you're white, isn't it? I've given them a bath anyway, so they can enjoy that while I go and run these errands. So we've got the easy bed and the loft white calcium carbonate, which I think is the same thing. That's why I asked for loft white, and this is what they gave me. So this is what Tony suggested from the Pigeon Club. So he suggested I do this with a floor, and while I was there I picked up some more grit, and also this the matrix, which I've been reading about, but I can't exactly remember. So I've used about 1/3 of a bag, quarter, 1/3, something like that. And I'll probably put some more in, but we'll see how we get on with that and see how it affects the water. I imagine that's going to get all inside the drinker, so I might have to raise that off the ground a little bit, especially now they're used to drinking from it. It might make sense, and well, we'll see how they go, but anyway, it looks a lot more comfortable, and I can always add to it if I need to. This bit might be quite difficult because some of these have got mites, I noticed when I first got them, and I bought some Harkers 4-in-1, but unfortunately you can't use that until they're 8 weeks old, and these aren't 8 weeks old. The first 2 are getting there, right, not Brian Mush Mush, but the rest of them aren't, so I want to get on top of that before it becomes too bad an infestation. So I've got this anti-parasite drops by Vet Schroeder Tollison, U200 I think it was called. Well, that's what it was sold as, it didn't actually say that on it. So that broke my clip. Bollocks. Okay. Well, anyway, I've got this this V200 stuff, so this should a drop of this on the back of the neck, and that should stop the infestation of lice and some internal parasites as well. So we'll give this a go. I've got to try and catch them now, so that's going to be really difficult. Who wants to be first? Ryan, not Brian, and you. Oh, okay. Is that one of you guys? Yep, Ryan, not Brian. You one that's got the most lice, so I'm going to do it. I don't want to freak you all out too much, but we'll try food then, shall I? Come on. No, they're not having it, are they? Alright, okay. go for you smaller guys first. Okay. White tip. Okay, so this is white tip, and white tip's the smallest, I think, of the lot, but not the youngest. Second oldest, actually. Well, I've got to somehow get a drop of this onto the back of your neck, haven't I? Right. How do I do this then? Hold still. I think that was one drop. Yep. Okay, so that's 1982. 2 lice on me. I'll show you what they look like when I get the next one. No doubt I'll have more on me shortly. 82, 86. Don't get you all flying off there, I'm still going to get you. If you can see, these are the lice. You can see I'm moving. So this is what the lice look like. Ooh. It's on my t-shirt, I've squashed a load of them. Look at these little buggers. All on them. And apparently they don't do them too much damage, but it makes them really uncomfortable, so they can't get any rest. So I shall be boiling this t-shirt and hoping the dog doesn't get them, and I don't get them, more importantly.